and good afternoon, or good evening, or even good morning, depending on when you watch this video. Today, have a cold steel. My first cold steel smaller pocket knife in a while. It's the Engage, and the cold steel Engage, it's AUS-10A, so it's not super premium steel. 2.4 millimeter thick blade, 3-inch blade, overall length 7 1/4, handle 4 1/4. It's a G10 handle. This is how the box came to me, so let's see if the price was because this was like an open box or something like that. Grippy G10 and made in Taiwan. I saw the Engage, and what intrigued me was this lock. And I don't know if cold steel, yeah, it's the cold steel Atlas lock. Now, question for the group, is everyone familiar with the Atlas lock from cold steel? Here's the Engage 3-inch clip point FL-30 DPLD-10BG Engage. So cold steel considers this a mid-size of their folders. It is a relatively new knife from Cold Steel. This was I released in the 2020s. I don't have the exact date, but we'll kind of measure it and see. About 4 1/4 on the handle, and we'll do a quick weight. Comes in at 97 grams, 3.4 ounces. Needs probably a little loosen, and it's got that really cool clip point style blade with a big swedge at top. About a little sharpening choil there, about 2 3/4, a little longer than 2 3/4 on the cutting edge. Like cold steel, I know it's sharp. Push cuts are ridiculously easy to do. So the Atlas lock is yeah, it's a little tight, but this is on Omega Springs. Grippy G10 handle scales, textured with a little milling. The pocket clip's tiny little pocket clip. Pretty much a deep carry pocket clip, reversible with tip up carry. Centers very nicely. No jimping to observe. You can use the Atlas lock to deploy. Lanyard hole there. Thumb studs on both sides of the blade. Like I said, AUS-10A, made in Taiwan. Very sharp, very stabby little knife. They call it a mid-size. I call this a small pocket knife, but I mean, there are smaller pocket knives. The thing about cold steel and their emphasis on these locking systems, the Atlas lock, the Triad lock's probably the strongest locking system you can get in a pocket knife. The Atlas lock is no slouch either. It's got steel liners inside and a thick locking bar in there. It's on springs. I don't know if this is a Demco knife. Some say the Atlas outperformed the Triad. That's hard for me to believe, and I haven't seen those tests, but you give the devil his due. If that is the case, wow, that would be very impressive. Let's see, that might be let's see. Yeah, it's a 10. It's a nice, large Torx. We're gonna just give it a tiny little adjustment here. And I mean, I didn't even go a quarter of a turn. Oh yeah, I thought it only needed a little. It's on cage ceramic bearings. Yeah, it can go. I think it could do a little bit better than that. We'll go a little bit further, and then put a little. No blade play to speak of. Yeah, feels nice. Like all cold steels, it feels solid in the hand. It's very slim, and it can be easily concealable. Like most cold steels, though, this knife wants to work. It wants to be a working knife, and I could see it being a just indispensable pocket knife for anyone who wants a small-ish pocket knife. Feels good in the hand. Not crazy about this particular pocket clip. I don't think it'll hot spot, but it's not 100% comfortable. Just the placement of it is, but the knife feels very nice in the hand. Now, this size knife, I'm not thinking self-defense with it. I think working knife with this. So I think that's good enough. The bearings will set a bit with use, and then she'll be fine. Now, this knife has Japanese AUS-10A steel, which is treated to a 58 to 60 Rockwell. It holds its edge very well. It's better than 8A, not 8A, AUS-8. And it's pretty close to like a VG-10. It's fairly tough. There's tougher steels out there, obviously. It's got a PVD coating on it and fairly easy to sharpen. If you use a ceramic hone, ridiculously razor, because it's a fairly thin grind on there. It's a looks flat grind. It was designed, the design credit went to Cold Steel's new design team under GSM. It definitely feels like Andrew Demko had some sort of, if not influence, he definitely had a hand in this, you know. So people give him credit, but I haven't seen this definite thing. It feels, I don't have a Demko out here, but this is very reminiscent of the Shark Lock on Demko knives. It's just a very thin, it's right at a little thicker than 1/4 of an inch, but not quite a 1/2 inch. Again, very nice feeling in the hand, but this is more of a yeoman type knife, a worker's knife. I could see this cutting cordage, stripping wire easily. I mean, it's certainly got a nice, this swedge and clip point style blade is definitely going to be stabby. Easy to penetrate and cut things, so pretty cool. I like it. Again, this is a newer gen by Cold Steel. It doesn't have sort of the traditional Cold Steel overbuilt feel to it, but I think that is absolutely by design. They didn't want to make this is not a bulky knife you're gonna beat with hammers and things like that, but they say this lock system, the Atlas lock, could take that. So fit and finish is very nice. It's centered perfectly. It is tip up carry. The action, I loosened it a little bit, but when I did, there's no blade play. Well, there's actually a touch. A tiny touch of blade play, but not a whole lot. I could probably tighten it and have that gone in 2 seconds, and we will do that. Like I said, it's on ceramic ball bearings, and we just did 1/8 of a turn. Still has nice action. No, now that one, that did it, I overdid it on that guy. Okay, no blade play, and easy peasy. I think we'll leave it there for the Engage. Some call this the Engage 3. And it is rock solid. While not beefy, it, like most cold steels, it is something I think you could rely on as a really nice example of a working pocket knife. There we go. The Engage. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you have an Engage? You want to see more cold steel knives? I've done several cold steel pocket knife videos and fixed blade videos. I still have more cold steel to review. Even with acquisition by GSM, I really like the brand. I have not found fatal flaws in it. So I'm going to keep my support of cold steel going. But with that being said, until next time, remember, life is hard. Don't complain. You guys take care out there.